Close your eyes and take a deep breath, feeling your entire being open to the infinite abundance that surrounds you right now. As you continue to breathe naturally, you might wonder how quickly your magnetic field can shift to attract money effortlessly, and that's perfectly fine. There's something fascinating about magnets. A magnet doesn't struggle or strain to attract metal. It simply exists in its natural state, and everything magnetic is drawn to it automatically. Your relationship with money can be exactly like this, can it? You don't have to chase money or force it to come to you. You simply need to become the magnetic force that money naturally flows toward. I'm curious about which part of you already knows that you are surrounded by abundance right now. Have you realized yet how the very air you breathe freely, the sunlight that shines on you without charge, the infinite possibilities that exist in this moment are all evidence of the universe's abundant nature? The question isn't whether abundance exists, but how quickly you'll align yourself with the flow that's already there. Speaking to yourself, acknowledge any resistance to money that might be there, and you don't have to keep it anymore. Even though you might have old beliefs about money being difficult to attract, you already possess the magnetic power to draw wealth to you effortlessly. Some people discover that their biggest block to money was simply believing they weren't worthy of it. You might find that releasing that old programming happens easier than you expected, and that's perfectly fine. Let me tell you about Jennifer, who used to struggle with money constantly. She would work hard, save diligently, but money always seemed to slip away just when she needed it most. She believed that money was scarce, that she had to fight for every dollar, that wanting money made her greedy. Does that sound familiar? Well, Jennifer discovered something that changed everything. She realized that money, like everything else in the universe, is energy, and energy flows toward matching vibrations. The sooner she began seeing herself as worthy of abundance, the sooner she realized that money was simply responding to her new energetic frequency. Because you are part of an infinitely abundant universe, money flows to you as naturally as rivers flow to the ocean. When you recognize this truth, you begin to see opportunities everywhere, in every conversation, in every idea, in every moment. What would happen if you approached each day not wondering if money will come, but simply expecting it to show up in delightful and surprising ways? You may not be aware of how powerfully your subconscious mind is already scanning for opportunities, but your unconscious mind already knows how to recognize and attract financial abundance. As you continue to listen to these words, notice how your awareness of money-making possibilities naturally begins to expand. There was once a lighthouse that stood on a rocky shore. Ships would see its beacon from miles away and navigate safely toward the harbor, bringing treasures from distant lands. The lighthouse never worried about whether ships would come. It simply shined its light consistently, knowing that its purpose was to attract and guide. Your magnetic energy is like that lighthouse beam, constantly broadcasting to the universe that you are ready to receive wealth and abundance. I'm getting the impression that you're the kind of person who genuinely wants to make a positive impact with your wealth. People who approach money from a place of service and gratitude tend to attract it more easily and keep it flowing consistently. Isn't it interesting how the very desire to use money for good makes you even more magnetic to financial abundance? You might be wondering how to make this magnetism more powerful, and here's what I want you to consider. A master gardener doesn't plant seeds and then dig them up every day to check their progress. They plant with intention, water consistently, and trust the natural process of growth. Your money magnetism needs the same kind of consistent, trusting attention. You can increase your magnetic pull because you're willing to program your mind with empowering thoughts multiple times every day. I wonder if you can imagine yourself 6 months from now, looking back at this moment as the turning point when money began flowing to you in ways that amazed you. That makes sense, doesn't it? Here's an interesting thing about people who attract money easily. They don't just think about money occasionally, they program their minds with positive money thoughts throughout the day. They understand that repetition creates belief, and belief creates magnetic attraction. They know that every thought about money is either attracting it or repelling it. Before you dismiss this as too simple, consider how a song can get stuck in your head and play repeatedly all day long. After you recognize this power of repetition, you'll notice how naturally you can replace random mental chatter with intentional abundance affirmations that program your subconscious for wealth. Let me ask you this. What's it like when you feel completely abundant? What does it feel like when you know without any doubt that money flows to you easily? What happens in your body when you truly believe you are a money magnet? Your unconscious mind already knows these sensations, and as you access them, you begin to understand exactly how to maintain this magnetic state throughout your day. You're probably noticing how your energy shifts when you focus on abundance rather than lack, aren't you? I suggest you carry this magnetic feeling with you and reinforce it at least 6 times every day with powerful money mantras, if that's okay with you. There's a story about a woman who collected coins she found on the ground. At first, she only noticed pennies occasionally, but as she began looking for coins deliberately, she started finding them everywhere. In parking lots, under couch cushions, in old jacket pockets. The more she expected to find money, the more money appeared. She realized that her attention was like a magnet, and whatever she focused on expanded in her experience. By the way, becoming a money magnet isn't about being greedy or obsessed with wealth. It's about aligning yourself with the natural flow of abundance that wants to move through your life. You could, if you wanted to, start thinking of money not as something separate from you, but as energy that loves to flow toward people who appreciate and welcome it. I know you're wondering how to make this programming stick in your mind, and here's what successful manifestors do. They create catchy, memorable phrases that replay in their minds automatically. They understand that their thoughts create their reality, so they choose thoughts that serve their highest good. They repeat phrases like, "I am a money magnet," and "money flows to me easily," until these beliefs become as automatic as breathing. Something tells me you're beginning to understand that programming your mind for wealth is the most important work you can do. And once you make this mental conditioning a daily habit, you'll find that opportunities begin appearing everywhere you look. Have you ever noticed how when you're thinking about buying a particular car, you suddenly see that car model everywhere? Well, your mind is already developing that same focused awareness for money-making opportunities. You might find that after you consistently program your mind with abundance thoughts, you naturally begin to see possibilities that were invisible before. That reminds me of the story of a radio that was only picking up static. The owner kept adjusting the antenna, moving the radio, trying different positions, but still only heard noise. Finally, someone showed him how to tune to the right frequency. Instantly, clear, beautiful music filled the room. The music had been there all along, waiting to be received. Your abundance is like that music, broadcasting constantly, waiting for you to tune your mental frequency to match it. Your mind represents the most sophisticated manifestation technology in the universe. How does it feel knowing that you have the power to program it for unlimited wealth? People who understand the law of attraction recognize that consistent mental programming is the key to attracting everything they desire. The sooner you begin repeating empowering money mantras throughout your day, the sooner you'll notice your magnetic field strengthening. Because you deserve to live abundantly, you give yourself permission to want money and to attract it easily. When you embrace this truth, you become an unstoppable force for wealth creation. I'm telling myself to remember that every wealthy person started by believing they could attract money, and every money magnet developed their power through consistent mental conditioning. You don't have to feel completely abundant before you start programming your mind. You might discover that abundance comes from repetition and belief, not the other way around. As you continue to breathe naturally, allow yourself to feel the certainty that money is already flowing toward you from multiple sources. You already know that you are a powerful attractor of wealth. Trust that knowledge, trust your magnetic power, and trust that the universe is responding to your new vibration right now. Let's shift gears for a moment and consider the practical habits that will anchor your new money magnetism. You can start by setting reminders to pause 6 times each day and spend 2 minutes feeling the truth of these words. I am a money magnet. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly. I deserve unlimited abundance. Opportunities are everywhere I look. I am grateful for the wealth that's flowing to me now. A person can begin attracting money more powerfully simply by treating every dollar that comes to them as proof of their magnetic abilities. It's possible that you've been focusing on what you don't have, when you'd be more magnetic by celebrating every sign of abundance that already exists in your life. I can sense that you're ready to fully embrace your role as a money magnet, whatever that might look like for you. Perhaps you might start by looking around right now and counting at least 10 things of value that you already possess. You may find that recognizing your current abundance naturally amplifies your magnetic field for more, and that's perfectly fine. Speaking of amplification, those who understand manifestation recognize that gratitude is the ultimate abundance multiplier. Your appreciation for money, your excitement about opportunities, your joy in sharing wealth. These emotions are the fuel that powers your magnetic attraction. On another note, I want you to remember that every successful person was once where you are now, programming their mind for greater wealth. Your unconscious mind already knows that consistency and unwavering belief are the keys to becoming an unstoppable money magnet. Isn't it interesting how the very fact that you're listening to these words proves that you're ready to step into your full abundant potential? You've already shown the wisdom that separates strugglers from prosperity. Now you're simply activating the magnetic power that was always within you. Before you open your eyes and return to full awareness, take a moment to anchor this feeling of magnetic abundance. You might wonder how quickly this new programming will begin to influence your reality, and you may not be aware of all the ways your subconscious mind is already working to attract money and opportunities to you. The question isn't whether you have the power to attract unlimited wealth. You've already proven that by choosing to program your mind for abundance. The question is simply how you'll choose to use your magnetic abilities. As you slowly return to full awareness, carry with you the certainty that you are now and forever a powerful money magnet. Remember to repeat these words at least 6 times today and feel their truth. I am a money magnet. Money loves me. Money flows to me from expected and unexpected sources. I see opportunities everywhere. I am worthy of unlimited abundance. Money comes to me easily and joyfully. Let these words become the soundtrack of your abundant life, playing in your mind more often than any song, programming you for wealth, success, and unlimited prosperity. You are a money magnet, and money is already flowing to you now.